The janitor's son wasn't supposed to be in the boardroom. But there he was, tall, quiet, 17, standing barefoot on the cold marble floor, notebook in one hand, mop in the other. No one invited him. No one even noticed him, until he spoke. And in less than a minute, he solved the company's $100 million crisis. The cleaner and her son. Rosa Bennett had worked nights at Wexler Tech for 11 years. Every evening after the last executive left, she'd put on her blue gloves and push her cleaning cart through the marble halls of the high-rise in downtown Chicago. She was invisible to most, just a tired black woman with sore knees and a quiet smile. Her son, Micah, was different. A skinny, bright-eyed kid with wild curls and an old backpack, Micah would wait in the break room each night, finishing homework while his mother scrubbed conference tables. She couldn't afford a babysitter, and besides, Micah loved being around the building. He said it smelled like dreams and coffee. By the age of 14, he was already curious about the screens on the walls, the glass-walled brainstorming rooms, and the scrawled equations left on whiteboards by engineers too tired to erase them. By 16, he'd started solving those equations on his own. By 17, he carried a battered notebook everywhere, filled with dense math, code sketches, and diagrams of systems far beyond high school. But no one knew. No one cared. He was just the cleaner's son. The meltdown. One rainy Thursday, Wexler Tech hit a crisis. The company's new AI product, meant to revolutionize logistics for global shipping, had a fatal error. Their data optimizer couldn't scale. Every fix failed. The algorithm choked under pressure. They were hemorrhaging money, $100 million already sunk, and more on the line. In the 12th floor boardroom, tension suffocated the air. Executives barked over each other. The lead developer looked pale. The CTO stared at the whiteboard, frozen. The CEO, gray-haired and stone-faced, sat silently at the head of the table, tapping a pen against the glass table. Rosa had come in early to clean the boardroom, not realizing a meeting was still in progress. Embarrassed, she turned to leave, but Micah, curious, peeked inside. He listened. He watched. And then, he saw something. A gap. A pattern. A flaw in their system logic. So he did what any 17-year-old genius with no filter would do. He walked in. I think I can fix it. Silence fell. The CEO looked up, startled. The lead developer blinked in disbelief. The COO scoffed. Who are you? I'm Micah, he said nervously. I come here with my mom. She cleans the offices. Then get out. This isn't. I think I can fix your code. Laughter. But something in his eyes, sharp, clear, impossible to ignore, made the CEO raise a hand. Go on, he said, intrigued. Micah stepped forward, flipping open his notebook. His hands shook, but his voice didn't. He pointed to the flawed logic in their algorithm and proposed a workaround, simple, elegant, scalable. It's like, your optimizer keeps taking detours. But if you restructure it like this, he drew a graph, it takes the shortest path every time, no matter the data load. Silence. The lead engineer blinked. Then leaned in. Then his jaw dropped. He's right, the man whispered. This solves it. All of it. The CEO's decision. What happened next would become legend. The CEO stood. Everyone braced for outrage, or ego, or cold dismissal. Instead, the old man walked around the table, and shook Micah's hand. Then he turned to Rosa, who stood in the doorway, eyes wide with fear and pride. Mrs. Bennett, the CEO said warmly, thank you for raising a genius. He looked back at the room. This young man just saved us $100 million. Then he stunned everyone. Starting today, Micah Bennett is joining Wexler Tech as a full-time research fellow. We're paying for his college. And Rosa, he turned to the stunned cleaner, you're promoted to head of facilities. With benefits. And dignity. No one laughed now. Tears welled in Rosa's eyes. Micah stood frozen, his notebook clutched to his chest. That night, for the first time in years, Rosa didn't clean floors. She danced on them. Beyond numbers. Micah's story spread quickly. A viral post. A local news feature. Then national TV. He became the teen genius janitor, but more importantly, a symbol. Of unseen potential. Of doors opening for those long locked out. Of a mother's quiet sacrifice finally seen. Today, Micah Bennett is a leading AI researcher. But if you ask him about algorithms or success, he doesn't talk about code. He talks about his mom. About the patience of the overlooked. About how sometimes the smartest person in the room isn't in a suit, but in second-hand sneakers, holding a mop. Sometimes, all it takes is one moment of courage. One chance to be heard. One CEO willing to listen. And one boy brave enough to believe he belonged, even if no one else did. The world is full of geniuses in shadows. Imagine what could happen if we gave them the light. Greatness doesn't always wear a name tag. Sometimes, it pushes a mop through marble halls. And sometimes, it changes the world.